Here we go. Three yet? Where we at? Minute or so? Why not? Aha, there you are. Sweet. What's good, Joseph? How we living, sir? Happy New Comic Book Day. There we go. Luther, what's good, sir? Happy New Comic Book Day. Joseph, always chilling. I appreciate you, dude. Always chilling. Thank you for hanging out. Boom, it's 3. It's 3. I love it. So let's jump in. Can I hear myself? Can y'all hear me? How we sounding? Boom. Boom. Pull up that IG. There we go. IG's up and grooving, Facebook's up and grooving, YouTube's up and grooving. Happy New Comic Book Day. Welcome to another FEPIC New Comic Book Day show. It's all in the name. It's all in the name. We're gonna focus mainly on titles that dropped today. Got a couple fillers from last week. We might not even get to that given the time. But before we jump in, if you have not already, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow. If by chance you're watching this live on Facebook, in the description of this episode, there's a link that'll take you straight to our YouTube. Give us a subscribe, hit that bell so you know when we go live. IG, always simple, you're chilling there. It's in the bio. It's always in the bio. As always, if there's something you're looking for in particular that you did not see during the episode, you know what to do. Drop a comment or send us a PM. We'll find it. I guarantee you we've either got it chilling here or it's not too far out in the wild. We are blessed to be here just outside of Portland, Oregon. So when things come up short or missing, we usually don't have to look too far, and it feels really nice to support a small handful of mom and pop owned shops. Right? All right, cool. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. I want to start with FEPIC covers of the week. Okay, what's good? It's going good. Happy to hear it, Luther. Happy to hear it. What's the book of the week, Luther? Is it a cover or is it something you're reading ongoing? I know you're more of like past issue kind of guy, but you know, I also know you like your indies. So did something drop this week that you're geeked about? Let me know. I've got a couple that I cannot wait to talk about. I crammed a lot of books this week. All right, let's jump in. All right, cover of the week. I'm gonna start with the less obvious because there's 2 covers of the week. I'm having trouble deciding, so I need your guys' help in the comments. You gotta let me know which is the cover of the week. Here we go. Demon Wars from Peach Momoko. So we'll start there. Obviously, it's a story and interior artwork from Peach Momoko, but this cover is absolutely gorgeous, and I want to make sure we give it proper love here, but at the same time I don't want to murder this name too much, So I'm gonna say it once. This specific cover is from Mitsuhiro Arita. And my goodness, I just gave him a follow. I cannot wait to check out more of his work. But again, FEPIC cover of the week, tied, all right? That's one of our finalists. You guys are gonna decide this week. You guys are gonna decide this week between the platforms who takes the FEPIC cover crown, right? Safe and sound. Awesome. There we go. What are we pulling here? Ooh, take us back. Fantastic Four 116. Fantastic Four 116. Any cover that has Doom is bound to get swooped up by me or Galactus. But that's a proper looking cover. Okay. The other finalist, as well as definitely a FEPIC key of the week. But this is Groot, issue number 1. And that is your Peach Momoko. Just absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. I should give obviously a nod to the rest of the creative team. I'm pretty sure I posted this a week or two ago or shared this from one of her posts because I was like, I'm gonna need that. Daddy's gonna need that. All right, Dan Abnett and Damian Cruciero and Matt Milla. It's 2 L's. Great work on the interior stuff, on the interior work. Okay, I didn't want to take away from that. Dope action scenes. Dope. But at the same time, a little more focused on Captain Marvel, like earlier Captain Marvel, and obviously like a younger Groot. But again, FEPIC cover of the week finalist, Peach Momoko. That's Groot number 1, as well as one of your FEPIC indies of the week, or excuse me, FEPIC keys of the week. What did I say on that? Oh, your first ag. Okay. The name might not ring a bell because it didn't for me either. But there is a first appearance in there as well, which is why it made the key list, the FEPIC key list. There you go, Groot, issue number 1. Okay, here you go, some relevance. Also, didn't I just say I'm gonna swoop up pretty much any Doom or Galactus cover? Well, Marvel projects aside, this is Secret Wars, issue number 9. That is one of your Galactus cover. Oh, that is the Galactus cover. Proper. Swoop that up for only $10. Swoop that up for only $10. Okay, let's keep it moving here. We're doing good. Good pace. Good pace. Let's go FEPIC. FEPIC Indie of the Week. All right. FEPIC Indie of the Week is definitely going to be Matt Kindt's Hairball. You still have Tyler Jenkins and Hillary Jenkins, the duo, on the interior work as well as the cover. This is Hairball issue number 2 from Dark Horse. And boy, I know I was kind of like ranty and ravey about the first one. I'm a sucker for a kitty on a cover or a puppy, either way. We'll get to that further down when we talk to DC. But this sets up as more or less like this kitty is nuts, tried to kill. Listen, you always want to be a part of the show. The cat is nuts. You get hooked, and more or less you want to know, like, what's the deal with the cat? Is it actually like a full-on killer? Is it just being really protective of the foster daughter? There's a lot of, domestic issues going on between the parents. Even after the attack, the dad is like stroked out and can barely freaking speak, and the mom and him are still going at it, sort of. Yeah, so it's a very it's a dark story. It's definitely a dark story. Obviously, what pulls you in is you want to know, is the little girl going to be safe? and it's this little cat just like, what's up with the little cat? Is it a cat? Like, what's going on? Is this like a ghost reincarnated, a cat's something nuts, right? Okay, I don't want to give away too much, but at the same time I do, because this was definitely my FEPIC Indie of the week. As I explained during the first issue, this kind of bounces back and forth between different timelines. One of which is the young girl in a therapy session. I just gotta get you a little sneak here of this. It says, was it that moment that triggered what happened next? And what happened next? Yes, doctor. If you're asking, did the fact that I strangled my cat to death, then it came back to life, trigger a psychotic episode, then yes. Wait for it. That's why I had to kill every living thing on that farm. Yo, this y'all should be reading Hairball, okay? This will get optioned. I want to see this on a small or big screen. Now, I'd probably prefer small, like let's build right. Anyways, Hairball looks freaky. Yeah, Hairball is it. So anyways, FEPIC Indie of the week, Hairball. I'm telling y'all, jump into it. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. I got you. You know what to do if you need copies. Issue number 1 is definitely going to be harder to track down now because it kind of started getting a little hotter. But if you need it, you know I got you in the wild. But for now, there's issue number 2 from Magnet. Kindt. Jeez, barely got that out. Oh, you see what that is. It speaks for itself. Let's take it back. McFarlane Spawn issue number 1 direct. Swoop it up for $20. Hairball looks hot. Trying to get the full run. Okay, my bad. Scroll back up. I found a Witchblade 161 out in the wild. Nice. What do you mean? No, I'm not trying to hide. That's what's up. Okay, I like it. Proper. Okay, keep it pushing. Let's go. FEPIC. Onto the FEPIC key of the week. Don't lose pace, man. You were moving, guy. FEPIC key of the week. Also seems kind of obvious because anytime a new character is cameoed or full first or whatever in any of these titles, I told you, swoop. You should be signed up, swoop them up anyways, just because all the ongoing are dope. But in this case, this week, your FEPIC key of the week is Star Wars issue number 34. Yeah, sure, some things happen, but ultimately what matters most in the world of comic books these days is this cameo right here, right at the end. Yeah. Dr. like Quata, or I probably just, murdered that, but you know what to do on those those Star Wars books, man. I told y'all, try to get your hands on it if you can. At this point, market value is already just like shot way up. I've been watching them sell for 30, 40, etc. I got 1 copy of this A left. You can grab it. Why am I putting that there? That's not where that goes. There you go, garbage can. I've got 1 copy of the A left. You can grab it for $25. I'll put it below the most recents. She flying? You know what to do. You know what to do and where to do it. Say swoop swoop. Give me that first appearance. Give me that cameo. Luke Cage, issue number 2. And a proper look at issue number 2. I'm talking like 1972 issue number 2. That's there. You can grab that for $69. I said it. What's good, IG? How we doing, Facebook? How we living, YouTube? Happy New Comic Book Day. Again, if you guys have not already, please do me a favor. Be sure to share the show. Tag some names if you're hanging out on Facebook. And like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you know when we go live. Okay, the FEPIC number 1 of the week. All right, that'll round out our FEPICs for a while. For a while. Let's get into it. This is Animal Castle issue number 1, and I know some folks are specking on this as well because, well, it's already been optioned, so that helps. I think it was optioned like over a year ago, because when the first volume dropped, it immediately took off, right? I'll do some homework, but in the meantime, what's our question? No, I didn't ask you a question. Xavier Dorison, Felix Delep, and as well as Felix Delep on the colors. Did he do the cover? Who we got on the cover? Felix Delep. Okay. Beautiful work. We'll hit you one more time before I throw it in a fresh bag and board. That is your cover A of Animal Castle issue number 1. And that is your FEPIC Indie of the week. Swoop. All right, what do we got here? All right, Demon Wars. Oh wait, you're actually. Okay, Scott Walker. All right, I feel like we just rattled through a bunch of indies because shocking, those were more or less my favorite issues of the week. But we're not done. We're not done. I'm gonna start over with Marvel because it was a huge week for Marvel, a FEPIC week for Marvel, if you will. I'll stop running into the ground. I gotta get used to doing the FEPIC list at the start of each episode, right? We're trying to be a little more structured around these parts. We'll see if it lasts. But anyways, let's jump into just, you know, the books I'm gonna swoop no matter what, be it ongoing or because the cover jumped at me or because the creative team is just noteworthy and I'm like, this is somebody I swoop on the regular. With that said, this is something I swoop on the regular and it's the tail end of an ongoing. I hope we get to revisit this, but this is Peach Momoko's Demon Wars Scarlet Sin issue number 1. And that is the Peach Momoko cover. It felt really weird. No, I didn't. One of the other finalists of the cover is a Peach. No, I'm done. I showed Peach love. Of course I showed Peach love. That's what we do here. I hope y'all tuned in when I shared her a live session. It was mesmerizing. You know what? Should we just leave it up there? Let's just leave it up there. Peach and Peach. Why not? Yep. Okay. On to the next one. Man, we had a bunch of first appearances. We'll get to that. Let's go. Oh, why are you being picky, man? Why are you being picky? Oh, you grabbing the first. All right. There was an indirect method to my madness. Here it is. This is what I was actually looking for. Of course, it was at the very bottom, but this would have made the FEPIC cover finalist list, but I realized it's only because the damn puppy is just so fucking cute. This is Peacemaker Tries Hard, issue number 1. If you are a fan of the show, Kyle Stark, Steve Pugh, they do a great job of feeling like this is just captured from like the show in terms of humor and approach and just overall like dynamic. It's endearing, you know what I mean? But yet somehow like it's still raunchy and all the things. Anyways, swoop, swoop. Get yourself a copy of Peacemaker Tries Hard, issue number 1. Kyle Stark, Steve Pugh, and Jordy Belair on the interior work. There we go. Let's go with another first appearance. Where we at? Misery? Yeah. Okay, Liz Allen. First appearance of Liz Allen as Misery. And you know the rules at FEPIC. We've told you our rules many times. They grow and sometimes they subtract, but mostly they just grow. This is Cult of Carnage Misery issue number 1. And as I said, it's definitely one of the FEPIC keys of the week, simply because you've got that first. And you know what to do. Swoop, swoop. Especially on those cover A's. Gotta have a cover A. Sure, in today's age, there's like countless variants, endless variants, especially if like publishers know that they're dropping something hot. But always still grab yourself a copy of the cover A just to be safe, all right? Just to be safe. Next up, let's go with another first appearance. This is Star Wars Yoda, issue number, what are we, 7? Yeah, 7. Issue number 7. And I guess I gotta get used to, I don't have to lean like an idiot all the time. Mark Guggenheim on the scribe, Annalisa Leone on the color, and the overall artwork is from Alessandro Miracolo. But beautiful work, absolutely beautiful work, right? But what we do get is the first appearance of this badass. Where are we at? Well, hold on. First, let me just show some love to the interior work. Making a lightsaber fight pop even more. Beautiful work. We do get a first appearance. It's basically, there it is. It's of a Mega Droid, and what the Mega Droid is basically it's a super weapon for the Separatists. So you know you gotta swoop up anything first when it comes to Star Wars, and the rule goes with weapons as well. I mean, one of the biggest factors in Star Wars is generally a weapon and who has it, okay? No different here. I mean, Marvel goes hard for the weapons as well too, but this is Marvel, but you know what I'm saying. We're gonna just throw that right there. Okay, keep it pushing. Boy, you running low on battery? That sucks. That sucks. All right, 1 second here. Dude, have the power. Is that gonna reach? We'll make it reach. Oh, you died. You were like really close to dying. You were like dead is what you meant to say. No, we're gonna put you up here. Proper. All right. Still so much more to go. Spidey, man. Yo, I know we're like, it's like the summer of symbiotes, and so like there's gonna be lots of Venom and Carnage and just, but the Spider-Verse is insane right now. Universes inside of universes. We're not done. We're not done with the edge of Spider-Verse because we are back for more. And I'm gonna start off with one of my favorites. Obviously, I don't show a lot of Scotty Young covers on here unless, man, it's a few and far between. I do love me some Scotty Young. And this week, it came down between this one and another Scotty cover, where old boy's basically like, what does he say? He says, "Bruh, like we're gonna need you to chill." Which cover is this? Oh, it was adorable. But for the time being, let's hit you with it. Edge of Spider-Verse issue number 1. That is your Scotty Young. Got the crew. That's also why I love that cover. Got the crew. A lot of the covers focused on Spider-X, right? Which is fine. That makes sense because you're also getting another first appearance that has to do with Spider-X, okay? Well, we're gonna get to that. See, you kind of have to be here, I think, is what really needs to happen. Oh, we're still chilling. What's up, Anthony? How we doing? Anthony says, hey, any Spider 8 covers? We're getting it. We're getting there. I got a lot of Spider-Man and a lot of I mean, it is a crazy Spider week. But yes, I do have Spider-Man 8. Where are we at? Edge of Spider-Verse. Okay. Not only, obviously, we have multiple firsts, but I think the main first is technically the Spider Killer. Yeah. So obviously that's a villain, right? But that is your main first full appearance of the Spider Killer. I've learned to not underestimate all of the characters that they introduce through all the different Spider-Verses because they pop up in places. And if you're into like the whole value of things, they also pop up on places. Okay, there we are. Scotty Young. Let's start cleaning out a little bit. Make some fresh room. That is your Cult of Carnage, first appearance of Lazalina's Misery. Star Wars issue number 34, cover A. First Dr. Kawa. Kappa. What's good? Hip. We got what's good, Hip Studio. I don't want to butcher the name. Is this not on? That helps. That shit helps. Okay, keep it pushing, guy. You slowed down. Your pace was clipping, and now we slowing. Okay. Let's hit you with the cover A of Edge of Spider-Verse. It also, man, I gotta show you this. Where is it here? Oh, I just remembered one of the FEPICs we gotta add. Okay, it was the FEPIC panel of the week. Yeah, that shit pop though. A Venom Rex. Just rip this bird apart, drops him into the lava. I don't know, do I just give away too much? But what else was I trying to show you? Oh, there's a crazy secondary story in the back of this. You should check this out. I actually really liked it. Yes, Marvel might be cash grabby when it comes to Spidey and all of his friends. I still gig on it, man. I really do. The stories end up being worth it. They're always a lot of fun. Ultimately, it gets down to like a family vibe between Peter and the universe, or sometimes Miles and the universe, and I appreciate that. They tie in really well. They always tie in really well. Peacemaker tries hard in Hairball. Swoop. Okay. Turn you back on so I can see who's kicking it, if anyone's kicking it. Oh, you went full closure, yeah? Full closure. Yeah, restore. Let's do that. Please. There we go. We're back in. Yup. All right. Hit refresh, baby. Scroll down. Spider-Man 8 covers. Yep, I told you I'm getting on that. All takes. You want the Yoda? All right, Anthony got you on the Yoda. All right, hold up. Damn computer shut down. People start getting wild. Let's do this. Yoda. You want the A on the Star Wars? Where we at, Yoda? There we are. Anthony. Got you, Anthony. Spider-Verse Scotty, proper swoop. Proper swoop. Where are we at on that? Far end? Yep. Yep. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. I see you, IG. We'll hit refresh. It's okay. That's okay. Excuse me, Facebook. We're gonna jolt you for a second. Y'all survived. Y'all survived. IG need life. Hit that man with power. He's going down. Shrek, I'm looking down. Why are you struggling? There it goes. Here it goes. Okay, back in it. Back in it. All right, y'all. Before we jump into the next indie, if you guys have not already, if you're chilling on Facebook, check out the description. The link in the description will take you to our YouTube. Definitely hit subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we drop other content. Next up, IG, you know, the link's always in the bio. If you're watching on YouTube, you're right where I need you to be, you know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. Okay, Stan Sakai, Kevin Eastman, Say No More, Turtles, Usagi Yojimbo. You've got the Sakai wraparound. Why I keep leaning? I don't even have to lean. Let's just come show you this high and tight. Easy, easy. Love it, love it. That is, I believe, the cover A, correct? Yeah, it is the cover A. Oh, when the beat drops, literally drops out, not drops like it's supposed to drop. That's my sign. That's my sign. It's like, hurry up. You're doing too much. Cult of Carnage. Swooping on Cult of Carnage as well. Got you. Proper swoop. If you have not swooped with us before, send a PM to the page with, I mean, you should know the gig. If you don't know the gig, all good. Welcome. This is how it works. PM the page, your PayPal info. We'll invoice you here at the end of the show. You fill the invoice. We send these beauties out like bubble wrapped and in a Gemini looking sexy and safe and all that good stuff. Unless you order like over 8 or 9 of them. Then they go out in the old boxer. The old boxer-roo. Okay. There we are, there we are. Next up, mean, I was searching. I was like, how did this end up over here? We're gonna stay indie because that's where my heart lies. I also just have, if this could be the most obscure title, and if Dan Mora was working on it, I was gonna probably swoop it up because this man's work, it just goes. It's always FEPIC. It always pops. It stands out to me regardless of the title. But anyways, let's get to it. We are at issue number 5 of 5, the final issue. But boy, we're not done. This more or less sets up volume 3 of Turtles and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. What was crazy about this issue, it's pretty dope though. As we've seen in the previous issue, we've seen the Turtles basically become Rangers. And in this case, the Rangers become like dinosaur monsters, like big, like instead of Zords, they are these like dino monsters, like the actual size. It's crazy. It's pretty dope. But like I said, it also, Ryan Perry does a good job of setting up what we know will be volume 3, because why not? When it hits, it hits. And I didn't even hit you with the whole wraparound. That was kind of disrespectful when I just showed the wraparound on the other. Swoop that up. I've got a couple cover A's and 1 cover B left of that as well. Not today. I have not. What's good, Ashton? What you looking for? What are we hunting? What are we hunting? Boom, boom. Take that Peach Demon Wars. Oh, Ashton, you're an indie guy, man. You gotta read Hairball. You gotta read Hairball, man. And also Animal Castle. Definitely gotta get on Animal Castle. Excuse me. Okay, what do? We just did a bunch of indies, so I guess we could slide back over to another hitter. And this will be your Jedi Homage variant. This is Star Wars issue number 34. Issue number 34, the Rebels on Endor Homage. That's first issue of volume 2. Volume 2 just started of Animal Castle. Ashton. Why are you all, everything just running slow? Like what's everybody's deal? Huh? Do I need to turn you off? Will that help it? Oh, okay. Okay, well, it is what it is. There you go, Star Wars, issue number 34. That is your, where we at? Rebel, no, Sakai, okay. No, you just got dropped. There we go. Spider-Verse. Okay. 20 spot on the 34. Next up, shit, while we're at it, let's just get out, let's just knock out the 34s, right? The heater of the week. 20 and 20 or 35 for both. 20 and 20 and 35 for both. Got your first. All right, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. All right, keep it pushing. We had fun. Now we're on to better things. Okay, survival. Back into the indie stuff. Dark Horse, Sean Lewis, Brian Everett, Brendan Everett, and Natalie Bahama. This, oh my goodness. This, I'm not sure if this is necessarily something I was expecting, but this took a turn. And it starts off more or less feeling like you're chilling at some militia party, like just a bunch of like retired vets who, you know, then go and join a boys club and talk about guns and riots. So anyways, this goes from what you think is like a horror thriller or like, you know, like a slasher or some shit, and turns into some zombie shit quickly. It comes out of nowhere, but what basically sets up, you're just wondering is, did you just kind of get to see this man who is day one? You're basically seeing it broken down. It's in Alaska. Day 1, day 2, day 3, you're getting the description of basically how he appears or comes to Earth from Russia. Like, we don't really know the full picture, but these kids basically stumble on him while they're like chilling away from the camp of like partying militiamen. That's a big ass spider on my ceiling. Oh. Anyways, like I said, it turns into a kid's like Stranger Things moment, and then it turns into kind of a little bit of a Scream moment where you're like, this dude's a slasher. Then it turns into, this dude is not just a slasher, he's like a full soldier slash like sniper, and what he kills turns. I'll just leave it at that. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Survival issue number 1. Swoop it up. Okay. That is a Gen 13 yearbook special. That's a great eye, dude. That is a great eye. I got some indie goodies, but that Gen 13's is heating up. Come on. There it goes. There you go. Survival issue number 1. Okay, on to the next. I know I was just gushing about Dan Mora's work, right? Well, on to the next gush. I've spoken quite a bit about Ryan Higgins in the Massive Verse, right? Obviously, it started with Radiant Black here, and has slowly, not really slowly at this point, the universe is huge. This is Radiant Black, issue number 24, but the work, let me hit you. The work from Marcelo Costa and Igor Monti, where is it, the full panel, is just, yo. I think this counts as one panel, right? Even though it's 2 full pages, this would probably be my favorite panel of the week. This is absolutely bonkers, bro. They're rolling through what most would perceive as kind of like, let's see here, like the idea of like the Spider-Verse, what twines, or the multiverse. You know, we've seen it in the MCU. We've seen it as I've got classic Spider-Man, animated Spider-Man playing with Madam Web. More or less, that's what this is for the Radiant universe, or for the Massive Verse. What they're trying to figure out is what's wrong with their Radiant powers. They're kind of like going in and out, and they're not exactly sure why. Ultimately, what ends up happening is, right now there are 2 Radiant Blacks. There's Nathan and Marshall, and they're kind of on this journey to figure this out together. And what it ultimately comes down to is what they learn is there can only be one, and they must decide who will be Radiant Black. There's some tie-ins, like one of them kind of needs to be Radiant Black. Well, again, such a great series to jump into. If you have not, even though it's on issue number 24, don't be intimidated by the number. Jump in. There's great catch-up points. And again, if you need help with back issues of this, you know what to do. Hit us up. Drop a comment. We can get those fills for you. The wild is lovely out here in Portland. There's your Radiant Black. Is that your cover A? That is your cover A. While I'm on it, because, let me show you the copy that hits even harder is the, technically it's your, this is Eleanor Coralini on the cover, but this is your Blacklight edition. And the entire interior work, let's go to my panel here. Like, look at that. That is just, who doesn't want to see that? And some, make it pop, man. Love it. Anyways, also comes with dope little Radiant Black light. I've got one copy left. One copy left. Because I only got 3. Swoop for 10. And yes, it comes with the black light. It comes with the black light. Confirm if you got my swoops. Nemesis, Magic Order Volume 2 and 3. Okay. I can double check on those. I think I've already got you covered on Nemesis. Magic Order Volume 3, which is current. Can't speak as confidently on that. 2 I might be good on as well. Yeah, thanks for dropping the line, Ashton. I can definitely dig on that. I can definitely dig on that. See, you are the indie guy too, man. You and Joseph Hardy. You guys definitely dig into some good indies. I greatly appreciate it. Speaking of indies, this is some cool little crossover shit. Howard Chaykin's Hey Kids Comics. Hey Kids Comics. This is basically, and he does everything. This man does. He writes, illustrates, and does the inking and the color as well. Which, you know, great job. You know, for the vibe, for the feel that he's going for, right? But this is more or less a story of like what happens if all of the, and this is kind of actually interesting as we talk, currently dealing with what's the tie-in? The writers of Hollywood, more or less TV and film and whatnot, they're like people are walking off sets and out of shows because they, you know, there's some things and demands they want met, right? That's what happens in the comic book industry in this storyline, right? So publishers start tripping out and they're like, you know what? Let's just bring in fresh blood. You know, anyone can be fresh blood. Anyone can be a comic book creator, right? Anyways, check this out. Hey Kids Comics. Howard Chaykin. Okay. I was like, what? I swore I remember he did all of it. He did all of it. It's there. Sorry, Star Wars. You get covered up. Okay, next up. This will wind us down. This is one of the indies I didn't get to read, but I pulled up a review that stood out. Okay. It says this is Lamentation from ONI and Cullen Bunn, which I'm definitely a big fan of Cullen Bunn when it comes to like the horror and thriller side of things, right? Very talented, very talented. You've got interior work from Arjuna Susini and Hillary Jenkins. Yeah. And this is actually your secret variant. You know, where they drop the list of variants and then there's just that one secret variant that probably gives away too much, possibly. Yo, fool, did you just drop out again? Anyways, there you go. Lamentation, issue number 1. That is your secret O&I variant. All those indies. Love it. I love it. Oh, what's good, Philip? Thank you. Appreciate that. Showing the love. I want a comic about bungholes. Man, you know, there's something for everybody, bud. I would grab a comic about bungholes, but that's not what we're doing here today. This is New Comic Book Day. But if you join me for a different episode, like a FEPIC comic book multitasking sesh or a FEPIC coffee session, you never know, I might have a past. It'd probably have to be an independent book featuring or about bungholes. Man, I love when people interact, man. I love it. I love you guys. Okay, on to, let's go. Did we even talk any DC today? You've got Adventures of Superman John Kindt, issue number 3. That is your cover A. Right now, you've got John basically bouncing around, trying to save the different Supermen from the different multiverses, right? Different universes in the multiverse. I don't want to give away too much beyond that because that's what it's been building up to. But I do believe we have a first appearance of an Elseworlds Damian Wayne, but he is running around as like a Red Arrow. There's again one of those. I enjoy it. I've actually had a lot of fun. I'm digging soups. I'm digging action. So onward, and then we've had a bunch of first appearances, not just Elseworld first appearances, but first appearances. So it always stays interesting. I love me some DC, man. I love me some DC. I don't bite on necessarily all the DC, you know. What Marvel does with Spidey, DC obviously does with Bats. And I don't bite on that as much anymore because, well, there's just a lot of things to read. Okay, let's start clearing some room. That is your Superman John Kindt, issue number 3, Radiant Black, issue number 24, as well as Groot, issue number 1, your first appearance, as well as Peach Momoko cover. Good enough for me. A Peach Momo cover. We've done Groot. We've done. Speaking, I just said his name, so kind of perfect segue, and that's actually what we can end. Now we've got more first appearances to talk about. My God, this episode. Batman issue 135, but technically, if you're freaky about it, Legacy is issue number 900. There's multiple stories in here, but this does conclude the current Chip Zdarsky arc. And if you've tuned in to anything FEPIC before, you know I'm a big Chip Zdarsky fan. I think he does a great job storytelling. The overall interior work from story to story obviously is a little inconsistent, but that's because you're bouncing around from creative teams. but still enjoyed it. Batman 135. Big old triple issue. Big old triple issue. Oh, you just got thrown out there. Okay, well. Stay. Set you aside. Spider-Man issue number 8. Spider-Man issue number 8 from Dan Slott, and you got Bagley still working on the interior. Things have calmed down since the craziness of Spider-Man 7. Your Spider-Boy cover? No, because Spider-Boy is still kicking it. Don't worry, he wasn't just a one-issue thing, right? You know, he might be just a one-issue thing. All right, I don't want to give away too much, but Spider-Man 8 is definitely a worthy swoop because you're also dealing with a crap ton of other characters. I think this whole tape pile is done. You didn't make it. Sometimes you just can't reuse the tape. Give me that fresh. There we go. Boom, boom. Spidey 8. Let's clear some weight. Awesome! How's that? Okay. She survived. Shocking. What do we have here? Star Wars. Issue number 34. Star Wars issue number 34. We said 20 each or 35 on the set. Radiant Black. Your black light variant comes with a dope little Radiant Black light. Sweet. Okay. You want the Spidey 8? Got you. Got you. Here's another beast of a book. There's 2 stories laid in there, but understandable. This is Carnage Reigns, issue number 1. Carnage Reigns, issue number 1. Where are we at? We'll just grab that for you. Sir. Facsimiles. I like facsimiles, obviously. Not everybody can be able to swoop up those blue chip books, but in the meantime, it's cool to grab them. Here's not one that's necessarily blue chip, but it's still fun to read. There is your first appearance. He looks familiar. Wonder why they're rolling that out. Warlock, not first appearance. Strange Tales 178. Wait, isn't that technically him? Anyways. Man, we just put bats out. You're going the wrong way. Turtles, Usagi Yojimbo, issue number 2. That's that Stan Sakai. You're swooping up Warlock Facsimile. Got you. And Anthony, had you dropped your info yet to the page? Let me know. Greatly appreciated. Proper swoops, man. Proper swoops. You're following the rules today. I know you probably don't know our rules, but they might be your rules too. You got first parents. Yeah. I like it. Okay. Next up, rounding out the first appearance thing. This is gonna be dope. I'm a fan of 2099 stuff because, yo, are there 2 of them? No, he's just making moves. That is a big ass spider. If it's in the garden, I'll leave it. But if it's inside, it's dying. It's dying. Okay, Spider 2999 Dark Genesis, issue number 1. Why are we geeked on this? Why is it one of the FEPIC issues of the week? One of the FEPIC keys of the week? Come on now, come on. FEPIC keys of the week. You've got your first appearance of Carnage 2099 and for me, more importantly, Blade 2099. Like, you know, everybody else is 2099. It's like somebody else, right? But like, Blade's just gonna be, it's still gonna be Blade, right? I assume. Okay, anyways. Swoop, swoop. And finally, we'll end it on, oh, I guess I have 2 more. We've got the cover A of Groot, issue number 1. Again, that had your first appearance in there. I keep forgetting her name. Ags. First appearance of Ags. And this is a younger Groot, and obviously an earlier age of Captain Marvel. Boop, boop. Yeah, I know. That's not where I usually stack them. But sometimes that Oregon tree will tell you to do something differently. Venom and Moon Knight. This isn't a crossover. This is just a team up, 1 issue. I'm game. I love it. This is not necessarily a team up I would think of, but we getting it. There is one. There we go. Love this. Proper. That's proper. FEPIC interior work on a team up that I would not connect. Issues called Panic Room. After a sonic attack at a nightclub, Moon Knight went undercover to discover the identity of the supervillain responsible, Sidney Sarnak. But Sarnak remains at large. Young Dylan Brock inherited his father's alien symbiote, transforming into the latest version of the superpowered anti-hero known as Venom. Together, will they? Won't they? I'll geek on that. That's Moon Knight issue number 23. I'm also a fan of Jed MacKay. Like, he's just done such great work here in the last few years. If you guys want like a brief Jed MacKay sample, go read his last run on Taskmaster. That was a lot of fun. Okay, with that will conclude this FEPIC New Comic Book Day show. Do we need a recap? I probably should do that recap. But you know what? Forget all that. You can find it over on our YouTube. And if you haven't already, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow. I still don't see in the comments what your book of the week was. You know what to do. Drop those comments. Let me know. And if there's something that you're looking for that you did not see, same story applies, man. Just hit the DMs. We'll get you dialed in. All right, y'all. Stay safe. We'll be back here soon with another FEPIC coffee session. Man, that was actually a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys tuned into the last FEPIC coffee session. It turned into more of like a preview session where we ran through about like the third of a few different issues, and maybe it helped entice y'all to want to jump into those pages. But again, you know where to check those out. YouTube. We'll see you soon. The YouTubes. It's on the YouTubes.